Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back. Glad to have you here today. Today, I want to touch on something, and I haven't even given it a name yet. But I was talking to someone yesterday, and they asked me, well, how do I know if some of if the effects of living with an alcoholic father or dysfunctional family or the chaos that I grew up in, how do I know if it's really affected me? So my immediate thought was send them to the laundry list. If you've never heard of the laundry list, it is a list of 13 or 14 different characteristics that typically adult children of alcoholic families, dysfunctional families, families with addiction, any of that. It's typically the characteristics that these children portray as adults. And it's things like being afraid of authority figures and people pleasing and marrying toxic people and being attracted to people that are addicted themselves. So it's all of these different personal traits. But what nobody addresses, I think one of them is suffers chronic stress, anxiety, and physical ailments. But they don't have a list of all the physical problems that develop from chronic stress. When you grow up in a house of chaos and confusion and uncertainty and fear and walking on eggshells, it takes a toll on your body. It is no secret. If you've ever read the book, The Body Keeps Score, it's no secret that trauma does a number on your body. But how does that work? How does that work going into adulthood? Well, I can tell you at 19 years old, I had bleeding ulcers. I had migraines. I had headaches. And that was just 19 years old. But imagine what being in fight or flight response your entire life does to your body. So I'm going to make my own list, and maybe you guys can help me come up with a list, a name for it. I know they have the laundry list that is like the emotional characteristics or the traits, but let's come up with a list for some of the physical things that happen to you. Number one, it causes heart problems. It can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and increased risk of stroke. Number two, issues, stomach issues. I mean, we all know the vagus nerve, which is highly sensitive, runs all the way down through your body into your digestive system, and it goes out to every single organ. So, how many people that stress out or have chronic stress, they have heartburn, they have bleeding ulcers, they have Crohn's disease, they have diverticulitis, they have all of these things that are caused by chronic stress to the GI system. I know, I remember I used to laugh, and I still laugh now when someone says to me, oh my gosh, you went to the doctor and it's going to cost so much to get a stomach scope. And I thought, but I'm spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year on Tums. I literally had bleeding ulcers. I had heartburn that was debilitating for 15, 20 years. So that's the GI issues. How about migraines and headaches? That is I mean, they call them tension headaches for a reason. Ongoing stress is a common trigger for tension headaches and migraines, and they get worse over time. They don't go away. Now, I can give you a little trick. If you have a headache, if you are stressed out, rub a little peppermint oil on your temples. I know I like to throw in these little tips and tricks here and there because we're all sitting here going, yep, that's me. That's me. But what's the answer? What's the answer? It's not immediate to unravel and help your nervous system or the chronic stress that you're experiencing, but it is okay to take some peppermint oil and rub it on your temples and get rid of that headache. Next one is chronic pain. Things like fibromyalgia, that is widespread musculoskeletal pain. It's in all of your muscles and all of your bones, and it hurts so badly. That can be triggered by long-term stress. How about immune support suppression? Our immune systems just don't work. The reason for that, there's a couple reasons for that. I like to say when your body is in fight or flight mode, everything else shuts down. All non-essential organs are going to stop working. And that is because your body is reacting for danger. It's ready for danger. It's ready to run. It's ready to hide. It's ready to defend. And so your digestion slows down. Your immune system slows down. All of the things that you're supposed to do when you're resting and digesting are not happening. So you're going to get more infections. You're going to get more colds when you're exposed to things instead of fighting it off. the body doesn't have the ability to heal when it's in fight or flight. So you're not going to fight it off. You're going to get all of these disorders. Next one is sleep disorders. Oh my goodness. Insomnia, sleep apnea, all kinds of sleep disorders that people that have experienced chronic stress. Again, it's because your body is still in that fight or flight. Your nervous system is still ramped up when you're supposed to be sleeping, resting, digesting, and healing, and you're not doing it. So sleep disorders is very, very common in people that have experienced chronic stress. Again, don't keep meaning to go back to the essential oils, but spray a little lavender on your pillow, rub some on the bottom of your feet, a little frankincense. You will sleep like a baby. Next one is respiratory problems. Chronic stress can worsen conditions such as asthma, and it leads to difficulty breathing. And also, people that deal in chronic stress or have dealt in chronic stress, sometimes they don't even know how to breathe correctly. If you've ever had a panic attack, you know you're literally taking in 6 quick breaths and to get one out. It's the same experience as having an asthma attack. And it's very, very tough on your respiratory system because you're not breathing correctly. My biggest tip for that, my friends, once or twice or 3 times a day, just take a deep breath. Stop what you're doing, breathe in, hold it, breathe out. That immediately calms your nervous system. Next one is weight weight problems. Cortisol, we know cortisol is a hormone that runs rampant through our bodies when we are stressing, and it's basically a sugar. It converts to sugar. This is why people have so much emotional weight gain. I call it emotional weight gain. I don't know if that's a thing. I know emotional eating is a thing, but emotional weight gain is when all of that cortisol and all those hormones make you gain weight, especially around your midsection. So it's basically stress induced hormone imbalances, and that's going to lead to weight gain or weight loss. Another one is skin conditions. Stress aggravates any kind of skin condition that you have. That's why a lot of people that have chronic stress will have eczema, psoriasis, acne, all kinds of skin conditions. Reproductive health issues. And that's the last one we're really going to go into, but that is a big one. When you are chronically stressed, it affects your menstrual cycle. It contributes to fertility problems and exacerbates conditions like ovary cysts in your ovaries, cysts in your fallopian tubes. It can exacerbate all of that. And really, like I said, I say that to say this is that we have this list of these things that we become when we are a child of an alcoholic or a dysfunctional family, but nobody has a name for the list that are the physical symptoms. All of these problems, and all of these problems can be alleviated, and all of these problems can be undone. That is the good news. If you don't know, your body is so resilient and it has this incredible innate ability to heal itself. But you have to get it in a calm enough state, and you have to get your nervous system calmed down so that your body is able to heal itself. So join me, guys. Come with me on this journey and let's learn how to do that. Let's learn how to calm down our nervous system. Let's learn how to undo all the negative thinking that was done when we were children. Let's learn how to really move forward in a healthy way, not just in mind and spirit, but also in our bodies. And let's do it together. I challenge you and invite you. Come join me on my course. The link is in the notes below, and just come jump in, see what you think about it. If you put in the notes heal for free, you can get the entire course for free. And I promise you there's tips and tricks for everything that I've mentioned here. But if not, you have a blessed day and keep listening, come back, and hopefully there's some hope and health and healing in your journey. Love you guys. Bye.